Morning, Steve Free in Chicago with the morning grain comments. Overnight prices are a little bit higher. Yesterday we had a nice little bounce in the wheat market on concern that one group said that Russian wheat exports might drop to only 25 million metric tons. Some numbers have been as low as 30. Last year they did 42. And so it would suggest it might speed up the time in which buyers might come in and buy some U.S. wheat. And a tender that Egypt had, which they bought mostly Russian and Romanian wheat, U.S. prices were competitive. And so we'll see down the road if that helps U.S. wheat exports. Market bounced a little bit. Funds are long in the wheat, so we'll just have to see some kind of business to push prices higher. Corn market, we're sharply unchanged, still trying to figure out what's more important, the fact that we're approaching harvest and that farmers could sell at harvest a big crop versus talk about record demand, at least until the next Brazilian harvest. Bean market kind of chopping around a little bit here near season lows. I think that yesterday the fact that the annual China delegation came in the United States and did not buy any soybeans is kind of underscoring the relationships right now that U.S. and China has as far as soybean trade is concerned. Most of the news in beans is negative. If the crop is bigger here in the United States, if China doesn't buy any U.S. beans, then down the road, if Brazil adds acres and next year's crops are just as big, if not bigger than this year, that's going to add to the burden of the soybean market and push prices lower. We also know Midwest weather, it's going to be wet for a while, and I think the heaviest rains might be across Iowa, Missouri, and Illinois. So we'll see if that slows anything down there as far as maturation and harvest. 11 to 16 day calls for average temps across the Midwest and Plains, average to a little bit below rain in the Midwest, below average rain in the Plains. So we may have to deal with these rains only for a short period of time. Funds still estimated to be short 60,000 beans, 90,000 oil, 60,000 corn, and long 30,000 meal, and 50,000 wheat. Export sales report today. We'll see if the sales in corn remain good, and if beans and wheat sales remain at levels that we've seen of late, which is probably a little bit below pace that we need to get USDA's export goal. As always, these are my thoughts and not those of ADM or ADM Investor Services, and have a safe and profitable trading day.